Bobby Grubbs was an evangelist friend of ours from Decatur, Alabama. About every year or so, we would sing at Moulton Heights Baptist Church down there at Decatur, where Bobby and Miss Maxine were members. And, of course, we loved being out on the road in different places all across the country. We'd provide special music, and Bobby would be the guest evangelist. And I'll tell you, Bobby was a one-of-a-kind country preacher whose messages were littered with classic one-liners that were original. Bobby passed away unexpectedly in the mid-1980s, and it was quite a shock to all of us. As a matter of fact, when I first heard the news, it made me mad. I prayed and I said, Father, what do you need with him? We still need him here. I guess it was around 1987 when I began to recall something that Bobby said in some of his latter messages. He was talking about Simon Peter and how impetuous he was. He said, listen, Peter got out of the boat. Folks want to talk about how little faith Simon Peter had, but hey, he said, Master, if that's you, bid me come out there. And the master said, come on, buddy. And away he went. Sure, he eventually began to sink, but not before he walked out there on the water. Peter was impetuous, he'd say. He did a lot of things and doesn't even think about them. He's the one that cut off the ear of one of them fellers that came to arrest Jesus in the garden. He didn't have time to plan that one out either. And there he was, out there walking on the water, and he began to sink. But you know what, Bobby said? There never was a time, even though the waves were crashing over Peter's head, that they were ever anything other than under Jesus' feet. When that thought came into my mind, I was behind the steering wheel, heading down the road in Winston-Salem. I grabbed the pen beside me, and I think what was a Dunkin' Donut napkin, and I started writing right there on the wheel. I was always taught to operate a vehicle like I learned to color as a kid. The main rule, stay in the lines. Well, apparently I wasn't staying in the lines, and a policeman pulled me over. I don't know what I said to him, but thankfully it must have been believable enough because he didn't write me a ticket. We first recorded this song in 1989 with Floyd, Penny, and the Gethsemane Quartet, but honestly, from the moment it began to take shape in my heart, I felt like the McKamey's would record it. I sent them a cassette, and they did just that in 1990, a song that came from the heart of the Father through the mouth of Bobby Grubbs and the hands of this servant of his here. The McKamey's are here to sing it for you now, Under His Feet.
Because when the waves are over your head, they're under His feet. Simon Peter walked abreast, putting his faith unto the test. He said, Master, will thou bid me come unto thee? Jesus said, come, so Peter went, and when the faith he had was spent, Peter sank low, but Jesus had waves roll under his feet. Under his feet. Under his feet. Under his feet. There's not a problem that you'll face that he cannot meet. Whenever you've waded out too far in waters too deep, remember when waves are over your head, they're under his feet.
Oh, when we faint in trials sore, can't face our problems anymore, forgetting wherever we may go, he's been there before. We should look up and praise the Lord. He walks the water and the shore. The heavenly breeze and the thundering seas are under his feet. Under his feet. Under his feet. Under his feet.
Yes, under his feet. There's not a problem that you face that he cannot meet.
Whenever you've waded out too far in waters too deep,
Remember
when waves are over your head, they're under His feet. Under His feet. Under His feet. There's not a problem that you'll face that He cannot beat. Whenever you wade it out too far in waters too deep, remember when waves are over your head, they're under His feet. All right. Under His feet. Under His feet. Under His feet. There's not a problem that you face that He remember me. Whenever you wade it out too far in waters too